Good morning, Marie. Hello. It is I. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to tell anybody I was coming on. I fell asleep. The sun went down and so did I. I crashed. I've been trying to get my reality straightened around the way I like it. So I've been working on the place. How you doing? I'm coming on pretty late here, but I figure I'll catch some of the people that wouldn't maybe be able to see it otherwise, that I wouldn't see otherwise, because this is, I think, Portal's on tonight. It's Friday. I figure I'd maybe catch a few people on their way in. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well, really, except for a few things. There's a few little things, but me myself, I'm doing pretty well. There's not oddly, which this is really perplexing me. There hasn't been a lot of supernatural activity around lately. It has been a lot quieter than I'm used to. But then there's been other stuff. It's weird. There's been a lot of weird, how can I say this? People are weird. I mean, trying to talk to people now is a minefield for me. So a lot of times I just stay quiet. Yeah, I'm getting upgraded. I have been told that part of the reason that I am crashing so often, that I'm just, and part of the reason that I don't have my site here in 3D working. I still have it remote, but I don't have it working really. And they're not just fixing it because it was damaged, but it's going to be a big upgrade when they're done with it. And it's still in progress. So I have to be patient. And yeah, I'm getting upgraded. And all you can do is just be patient when this is happening. And in my case, instead of just diminishing, the dang thing just went right offline. Some things are just offline until they are upgraded. So all I can do is just float along with it, you know. And there's some things that I'm not supposed to be doing for a while. I don't know. Did you get that too, Marie? Did you get word that there are a few things that you're supposed to keep the heck out of for a while? Hi, Max. Hi, John. How are you doing? I forgot to put out any kind of announcement, so it's kind of my fault. Nobody hardly knows I'm on right now. But yeah, they've told me there's a few things I'm not going to be doing for a while. And but fortunately, we have this group together, and we can kind of, there are other people that can do things too, that have had their, I've noticed there's a few people that are usually up to quite a bit that haven't been around lately. Maybe they're having similar stuff. Hi, Gemini. Hi, baby. How you doing? Hello, sweetie pies. There's my Marie Bond, my sweet Marie Bond, and my sweet Jim. And there's Richard, who's, I better not call him sweet because he's a guy and he'll probably get insulted. It's good to see you. Etri, hello, sweetie. I'm okay. I'm just going through some changes. And it's been weird. Time has been running weird. Anybody else have time running really crazy? Because the time has been running strange. I'm told that there's going to be some things of mine going offline, and I mean, it's already started. Like being able to see things, like I can't see my aura or anything. My 3D stuff is getting changed around. I'm getting upgrades and stuff, and I'm sleeping a lot again. And this is not because anything bad. This is not anything bad. I'm told, don't worry, this isn't, an illness or something. It's just stuff being changed over. So if anybody else is going through that, looks like Maria is going through that too. I think Jim might be going. We might, if you really, meditate. I had a heart-to-heart with him. I said, how am I supposed to do this and how am I supposed to do that if this is not working? They said, you're not supposed to be doing that for a while. I said, oh. They said, you're supposed to be staying away from that for a while. One thing I'm not going to be doing is I'm not going to be doing, if you need your house spiritually clean, I'm not going to be doing that for a while. If you need a spiritual house cleaning, I'm not going to be doing that for a while. Healings are okay. Remote healings and stuff are okay to an extent, but when I start to get tired, I'm supposed to quit. When I'm not supposed to push it at all. And I'm supposed to be asking them to do most of the work for, because there's just things that are going to be offline for a while. And that may be happening with you too. And, there's all kinds of various reasons this is taking place the way it is. But yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm still going to be able to come in here. For a while, I couldn't, though. I couldn't turn on the Wi-Fi. That's why you saw me on Frugal's channel, but not here at my computer. I wasn't supposed to turn it on for pretty much this whole week. the Wi-Fi and the PC had to be off. I had to be free of the EMPs completely for a while. Not just protecting from, but I had to get away from them, spend some time out into nature. I'm going to have to do a lot of that and let it heal me if I want to get better. I am feeling better. I really am. There are good changes, but there's some things that I just got to back off on for a while. So that means, though, but I am allowed to take you with me with my phone, but I should only be turning on the Wi-Fi maybe once or twice a week tops. So, and the Wi-Fi is how my PC happens, how it goes. So, yeah. So I can hang out with you, but I'm just going to have to do it carefully and only when they say it's okay. Because we're in a real pivotal time right now. Apparently, you're going to notice time is going to be weird as really weird as beep. It's going to get weird. Time is going to be weird, and some of your abilities will probably be going on and offline and getting upgraded and adjusted and recoded, and it's really going to be kind of a frenzy of that between now and June, because we're in May now, practically, just about. And May 1st, May Day. And so I can't do everything the same way. I got to do things different, but that's okay. I can still come see you. I still can hang out with you guys. I love you, so that's good, and miss you. And but my phone apparently does not put off as much smog as my PC and my Wi-Fi. So my phone is okay, but I also have to put my phone down on a regular basis. I have to spend at least 8 waking hours away from my phone, just completely away from it. It doesn't have to be all at once, but I have to make sure that I'm staying away from it at least 8 hours a day. So, right. Yeah. We're going through some deep cleansings, and it's probably going to be that way for a little while. And so be easy on yourself, because I am hard on myself. I should be doing more. I should be getting more done. I'm just not getting enough done. Well, sometimes. But I had somebody who hadn't seen me in a little while said, "You look younger, though. You look younger than last time I saw you." Well, I haven't been having, although this was disconcerting. It sounded like something was going on in my apartment, but I couldn't see it. So if anybody gets a ping on that, it wasn't harmful. I didn't feel like it was threatening. Yeah, we grew up without phones. Yeah, I know, Jim, you've been going through some stuff too. Terry has been too. Yeah, we grew up without phones. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of compliments on the blonde. I'm getting a lot of compliments on the blonde, so I'll probably be keeping it for a while. Although I'm missing my colorful hair, kind of. You might see it go colors at some point again. But yeah, blonde, um, yeah, maybe I needed to lighten up. Maybe I needed to reflect more light. Blonde reflects more light. Uh, well, I guess I'm going to run the intro and then we'll start with the woo. We'll start wooing and talk a little bit. I love hanging out with you guys. You guys are great. Yeah, I don't feel anything bad from whatever it is, but it feels like something is getting, someone is here sometimes and moving, just changing things. Maybe our friends. It could be. Now let me make sure you can see it. Yes, okay. Because sometimes I have hi, it's ocean making waves. And being ocean. Yes, that's me. Ocean making waves. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, I have been having visits, but I don't know. However, I did say, David, I have not seen you and I've not been able to really see you in a long time. I can feel you around, but I need to see you. I miss you. And he says, well, I'm always there. I said, I know, but I need to see you once in a while. So I got to see him for a little bit and we just spent a night together. So I got to see him and him and actually Prince showed up again for a little while. And I realized I could probably do celebrity. Some of these people do celebrity interviews. And I should probably do some of that because they've told me some things that people don't seem to know about their lives. that would probably be interesting. Like somebody brought up Michael Jackson the other day, and it's like, well, he did all that plastic surgery and he was addicted to plastic surgery. Well, that came, if you remember how he was burned badly. Once you put the pieces together, actually, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll come in and suggestions will pop up on videos to watch, and the videos will be, you know, I'll type in, okay, Michael Jackson, and the videos that come up explain what they're telling me. It's kind of interesting. Yeah. And oh yeah, Prince is great. But he had a name for being a little weird too, you know. I mean, most of these people did, and very private. Well, there's a reason. If you're like us, but you're famous, I mean, you know, in a way, I could be famous. I was trying to think of how I would deal with this if I was also famous and had paparazzi up my butt all the time. Oh, geez. That would be difficult. And trying to socialize with the right people, not just sycophants, but, you know, trying to find people to socialize with, because here in Kent, it's kind of hard. You don't know. I don't want to just be continually bashing Kent, but, you know, because there are some nice people here, but a lot of the people you run into easily are people you have to be careful of. So, well, he caught on fire. His hair caught on fire. Now you got to realize his hair caught on fire. He got burned. He didn't make, you didn't see very much of what actually happened to him, but I guess he got burned pretty bad. And you cannot be Michael Jackson and look like a burn victim. You know, one thing that David always said, you know, whenever people would say, "What are you worried about? You're David MF and Bowie." You know, because people would say things like that, or you're Michael MF and Jackson. What do you have to worry about? Well, here's the thing. Bowie says, well, once you are David MF and Bowie, then you need to stay David MF and Bowie. And that's the trick, because anything you do that steps out of line, people will pounce right on that. You know, anything that like you look different, they're gonna know. People are noticing because they're watching. You know, you very carefully. They're examining everything with a fine-tooth comb and tweezers. It's like they're looking for anything. And so Michael got burned pretty bad, but he felt very self-conscious about it, didn't want people to see it, had to have some work done. And that just kind of took him down a rough road, because once you have work done, you need more work done. It doesn't stop. Hi, Drake. How you doing? So basically, you'll have, like any kind of work you have done like that, you'll need it redone eventually. And yeah, he wasn't. Now, isn't that funny? They tried him. They had that big, long trial. See, that's the other thing. And this is something maybe I should bring up too, is always remember this. The press is out to find sensationalism. They're going to pick on whatever is going to sell. Okay. Yeah. And he figured his whole life, I'm going to take this off. His whole life was about helping people. He won awards for his, I mean, you know, he won lifetime awards and everything. He figured people knew what he was like. They could not feature these things about him, but the press, you'll notice this. See, you'll notice this. There are people still blaming Trump for the rainy day. The borders are open and all these, oh, the adrenochrome is free flowing, I suppose now. But the borders are open. Well, that's Trump's fault. No, it can't be. Well, wait a minute. No, he was the one that, and this is Trump's fault. And this is Trump's fault. And I'm like, I don't, okay, go right, whatever. I'm to the point where I don't even talk about it. I won't even talk about it. You know, everything is still his fault, even though he's gone now. Okay, you got the guy you wanted. Here he is. If you don't like something, you better talk to him about it. But no, they're not going to do that. You know, nobody's ever really satisfied. But that's part of it too. It's like somebody came up with, it's like there's some things once you get accused of, it never goes away. It's still in people's minds. If the press drills it in hard enough, there are people that still think that he had something to do with the storming the White House. That's somehow, even though he was exonerated. You know, the only president that went through that twice, impeachment twice, and they couldn't find anything. You know, that's kind of political. I hope the algorithms don't get me for that. But, you know, just think about that a minute. That's really freaky weird that they couldn't find a thing. And it's not because he was so popular and everybody wanted to do him a solid. No, everybody was getting on it, it was just down on him. And so he had a lot to push against. Now, true, he's got a lot of money, so he's got good lawyers. So, you know, he's got an advantage there sailing through this. But see, in Michael Jackson's case, he just could not believe that people would believe in any of this. He just could not figure it out. He was told, his advisors was saying, well, you can't let it change who you are. You still got to be Michael Jackson. Well, you know, being who he was and doing what he did is what made people think he was so suspicious of him. You know, because he was thought to be a little strange. And then everything he did, it was like once an accusation's made, Bowie almost capsized his career too with a character he did back in the station to station days. So, yeah, a Nazi character, but people couldn't figure out it was a character. And then by the time he realized, oh my God, people think this is real, they're associating it with me, he said then he couldn't do characters anymore. He had, which he hated because he loved to do characters. He really liked, always wanted to be an actor. He liked being an actor. He liked doing characters, and he couldn't be that anymore. And they will use the inattention of the public, you know, the fickleness of the public to destroy people. You know, so even though it was very obvious, in some of these should be very obvious in some of these cases that what the press was saying wasn't so, it doesn't matter. If people hear it often enough, they believe it. Because, you know, unfortunately, not everybody is a critical thinker. Right. It's an assassination without a physical hit. It's somebody described what happened to Red Guy, our former leader, as a tar baby. Once you touch it, once you go in and touch it, it's stuck to you. It sticks to you. And everything you do to try and get free of it just sticks you worse. It's like quicksand. Yeah, Gemini Moon. Maybe I'll write a song about that. That's a good one. Assassination without touch-free assassination. It's character assassination. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. The reptilian, was that fun? Was that interesting? Was that an interesting little journey? Introducing your mom. Gemini says she introduced her mom to the reptilian concept, for those of you who cannot see chat for whatever reason and replay this. People are very bright in this group. Yeah. Trying to talk to people is just a landmine. To me, it's like if I step on the wrong thing, it's like, blah! You know, it's like, okay. So, you know, I'm just like, whatever you think, okay. You can't, because you can't change it. You know, if I thought there was a chance that it would actually change anything, but there's usually not. No chance of changing anything that people are thinking, because it's the press will tell them, and I've had this happen. I've explained things, it's been this way, and the press will tell them 30 or 40 times a day that no, this is what happened, this is the truth. And it gets into the subconscious. That is the truth. So the narrative they tell is the truth in some people's minds. That's it. That's all there is to it. And that's just what we're living in right now. So some people step out of line and think for themselves, but it's very hard. You can't discuss it with anybody, hardly, because you can't have another opinion. We couldn't have another opinion. You're not allowed to have another opinion. Oh yeah, you are, but you're going to be in trouble if you do. Yeah, you're not allowed to state it. You're not allowed to talk about it. The Smurf. Yeah, people were posting. Yeah, Maria saying she dropped her Facebook entirely because too many people were posting hateful propaganda. Yeah, it was just a hate fest for a while. I couldn't look at it. And then Jim and I introduced her mom to the reptilian concept. And, oh, talking about our President Smurf. And then your brother chimed in. Did he have some information too? That's interesting. Yeah. So So Michael Jackson, really, he also had from then, and this can be caused by a major shock, a major accident, something really causing a lot of trauma to the body. He had vitiligo, which is a skin disease. He kept saying he had a skin disease. It turns you white. It takes the pigment out of your skin and gradually turns you pale. But first, it's real patchy and ugly looking, weird looking. They start, your pigment starts dropping out, but it's real patchy. And so he was having to wear a lot of makeup. And there was a guy who did a video on this very thing. He showed where on his neck and around here where the makeup they didn't quite cover it all, where it was patchy and spotty and everything, his skin was. And so this guy, is in front of the public, supposed to be in front of the public all the time, with, people looking at him really closely, people taking pictures all the time, and having this horrible condition. And of course, your nose is only cartilage. It's not really bone. So once you start with the nose jobs, you may finish having no nose. So he was really in a lot of trouble towards the end. And some of you may remember Michael Jackson made really close friends with this burn victim. Okay. This guy who was horribly burned and disfigured. That was another weird thing he did. And left him a lot of money. So, and I know a few things other than that, but I'm not gonna. I am gonna leave that for another show. So, but yeah, he showed me. See, he showed up after he died. I was looking at some videos about him, and I said, Michael, you were really put through a lot. And if I ever had a thought that you ever did any of this, I'm really sorry. I mean, because, people really try to convince you, and you think, well, it's not impossible, but, it seems highly unlikely to me. And he said, well, and that's what I was thinking. I said, Michael, if I ever doubted you, I'm really sorry. Because I think they did terrible disservice to you. And he said, yeah, it's okay, because I'm just fine now. And I think I've recounted that before, but I'll go into that in more detail too, maybe one day. Honey and garlic cleanse. I've heard about that. Yeah, Gemini says she's starting her honey and garlic cleanse. Hi, Bomber. Colloidal silver. Yeah, I got to get back on the colloidal silver, and I'm thinking of going back on the Ormus. Apple cider vinegar worked for Murray Bond. That's good. Yeah, the parasite. Yeah, remember, this is all in game and has nothing to do with real life, because real life is outside of this matrix. We're in a game. We're in a matrix. But, there are some people that don't believe that. They're still not sure about that. That's okay. But if you think of it that way, it will help you. If you think of it that, if you think of some of these things that go on, you will realize that it's not personal. Don't take it personally. Some of these things were programmed in a long time ago. And by the way, thank you, Drake, for calling all the women beautiful and bringing us flowers. Yeah, you're a real ladies' man, huh? And the colloidal silver, and sprayed it up your nose. You've been snorting colloidal silver, have you? I'm thinking of taking Ormus again just to help the process, if I'm allowed to. Yeah, we got to really listen to our guidance right now. From now until June, it's going to get weirder. I have no doubt that there are plans to disrupt disclosure, and I have no doubt that they won't go according to the people who are planning them. That they won't go the way that they think that's going to go. Those are two things I'm sure of. They're going to try and stop it, and it's not going to go the way they think. Yep. Snorting colloidal silver. We're all doing our supplements plenty right now, trying to get through this time, right? Trying to get ready for all this. And we knew this was coming. We knew this was coming. Yeah. Going fluoride free. Yeah, I have a special water pitcher that alkalinizes and filters. I'm wearing my silver, my Jedi robe today, and I'm trying to be as free. Oh yeah, that one eye. That's a beautiful eye. You need a remote distance to see anything else, in remote viewing. Okay, slept all day. You know what? I was up and I woke up. I got a few things done. I've been sleeping most of the day too. I can't help it. It's just been it's like, and this coughing thing is like, I got something going on in my throat. I don't know what's going on. Some of it might be a little bit of allergy, which is always around, but yeah. Yeah, because you're supposed to leave off some things. Like I have to leave off the spirulina for a while, which is bad because I really like what spirulina does for you. Spirulina is great. It makes your trips to the bathroom very quick and easy. Put it that way. You won't be able to finish a novel in there. You get to finish your novel in an easy chair instead. So, yeah, everyone is sleepy. It's strange. Well, you mean a kitty, not a bear. Every time you say a bear, I'm like, you mean a kitty cat? Purr machine. My little purr machine. Yeah, I miss having a purr machine. I'm trying to decide, and I have not got word. I guess they're leaving it up to me, but am I getting another little kitty? Is it a good idea to do that, or is it too close? Or am I, you know, is it a good idea to get one or not? Because, or am I going to be traveling soon, and should I wait? Yeah, at 6 a.m. At 6 a freaking m, get up, do stuff, crash it too, or as the sunset, if I'm up all day, as the sun sets, so do I. Gets around sunset and I'm just like, and then I wake up and I'm wide awake. His heart started pumping. Drake's heart started pumping. Oh, Dad has to have heart surgery on Monday, and he can't be put under. Ah! Yikes! Oh, God, that would be hard. Yeah. Sending some love that way. Let's send some energy to that. Yeah, I miss my little purr factories. Little purr machines. It's hard to go through life without the kitty purrs. However, if I get another one, it's going to have to be one I can travel with. I'm hoping to get one that's either trained to travel or I'm going to have to train it to travel with me. I'm going to have to train it to be able to travel. And there are cats that can do that don't have a problem with that. And I made toilet train it so I don't have to take a litter box, so that I don't have to worry about that. So I can just take it with me like a baby. Oh, they're operating on a hernia, but because of the surgery. Your Razzie cat has had your full attention these past 3 weeks, so this kitty is very happy. Yeah, the cats are like, Mommy can love me all day. Yeah, I've heard that. It's like, now that since you're home, you can scratch my back, you can rub my belly, you can, till I tell you to stop. But yeah, you can feed me, you can play with me all day, every day. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? And it's funny, somebody trying to tell me cats are aloof. I made a Valentine's Day card with my kitty on it. I don't know where I don't think I can I don't know if I can get it back. That artwork, I think it was on my stolen, on my, I think it was on the tablet that got stolen. And it was so cute. She had somehow arranged herself in a heart shape. And I took a picture of it and I blanked out the background and I put her in a heart and it said, "Love Mew." And, there's this guy, he didn't know. I was just showing it to people. He goes, "Cats are aloof animals. I'm not sure how bright it is to have a Valentine's Day card of an aloof animal." I'm like, you don't know anything about cats, do you? Yeah, it's like, you don't know anything about it. Well, I don't want to either. I mean, I don't know why I would want anything to do with cats. I don't even know why people have them. Yes, because you're ignorant. Obviously, you know nothing about them. So just stop right there. People who are ignorant of things, they just roll with that. They just roll with the ignorance. There's a lot of people around here who will just roll with the ignorance like it's the truth. They don't know anything about it, so they'll just roll with whatever it is they think, even though there's absolutely nothing to back any of it up. Yeah. You can walk them on a leash. You can train them to a leash. You can train them to the toilet. You can toilet train cats. And some people say, that's horrible, that's really expecting a lot. Well, it's expecting a lot of ourselves, too, if you think about it. That's not our normal way to go. However, we learned it, didn't we? And cats will try to copy you when they're young. They really are. They really are copycats. That's exactly what they are. So, I'm figuring either maybe I can get one that's already. Maybe I can intend to get one that's already toilet trained. Yeah, no offense to dogs or dog people, but I need the purr, and cats are smaller, quieter generally, and they got that purr factor, and they don't slobber too much on you. Somehow I'm just more into, more about cats and dogs, that's all. Oh, and Etri says I'll take a cat over a person any day. Yeah, and they're a lot easier to get along with than people most of the time. Totally, yeah, that I saw something like that, that they put people in there's also one Gemini where a challenge where they had like a blow up room that, you know, you'd spend time with a bunch of kittens. People who didn't like cats would get something or other, some kind of reward if they spent time in a room with a bunch of kittens. And after they were in a room with a bunch of kittens, somehow they didn't have such a bad opinion of cats anymore. They just loved them. It was like most people just, oh, they're so adorable. How can anybody not love kitties? After you get to know cats, it's really hard to, unless your cat is a complete jerk. I mean, there are some jerky cats, but most of the time that's because they had jerky owners. Now, my cat, you had to be careful. The last one, Maui, she was a guard cat. She was like an Egyptian guard cat. Better be careful. Don't be taking anything out of here. You take anything out of it, she'd tell me when people were robbing us. And anybody takes things out of the house, it's like, oh, did mom say you could use that? She'd be, yeah, you don't need to hold their hand, so to speak. Yeah. Yeah, cats are independent. They're not as needy. Dogs are kind of needy and they need a pack. They're really happier with a pack. So if you don't have a family, you're kind of hurting them. And you're leaving them alone a long time, dogs. You're actually hurting them. Dogs need a family. They need a pack to be happy. They they are not happy with just one other person, or just not really. They're all geared towards group living. So if you're a loner, you need a cat, not a dog. Yeah, take the cat out every time they need to use the bathroom. No, I don't want to have to do that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they can just go when they want to. Yeah, send some weird pics of your snuggly cat, your snuggly wild cat. You mean the feral you? Yeah, yeah, her and the bunny. Cats rule the internet, let's face it. Cats rule the internet from sea to shining sea and beyond. Yeah, everything. Cats are everywhere, all over the internet. It's funny, isn't it? Oh, dogs are there too, babies are there, but honestly, the whole internet culture is based mostly on kitty cats. It's weird. So, yeah, how do you guys feel about this? Should I do some shows, celebrity interviews? Is that one of the next things I should do? Is talk about my meetings, my posthumous meetings with celebrities. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with the channel next. And I'm not sure what's going to happen after June. It really, they're not telling me too much. I have my pendulum out. Well, yeah, weirdness is enduring. You know, we really do like weird people, if you think about it. We really do like people that are just a bit off. Yeah, they're fun to watch, and animals too, that are just a little bit off. They're not perfect. Definitely give it a try. Okay. Yeah, we've got to be patient between now and it's just so hard though, because it's like, what are they going to be throwing? What's going to get thrown at us? I've got my pendulum. I can ask limited questions, I think. I might be able to get some answers, but once again, they're yes and no questions. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is getting back into my art more. Because, okay, pendulum, all the usual conditions apply. My higher self engaged. My higher, deeper, wiser self. Are we ready to work? Yes. Okay, stop. Okay. Should I be getting back into my art? Is that what I need to do for a while? Let's get into, yeah. That's what my sense of it is to spend some time getting back into. I have a lot of different things I can do. Yeah. And stop. How would you guys feel about, since John is here, I guess I'll ask, how would you feel about getting back into the remote viewing again? We haven't done remote viewing for a while. And just be really careful how we do that. Like if I get guidance, don't do that. We ain't going to do it. Would you want to do some RVing again? Kind of funny, isn't it? RVing, what they mean to different people. Okay, can we do some remote viewing? Would that be okay, yeah, we can do that. We can do some remote viewing now. Right. Oh, you're going live in 45? Okay. I can set up some remote views for us. I was thinking of doing it like Max and having the pictures and stuff as a warm-up, and then set a destination a little different from the way we were doing things. So, well, it's nice that you came by here. Hi, Pam. How you doing, sweetheart? And oh, I don't mean this time, John. Not this time. Not today. I will set some times up to do that. Not on the same night as you're doing yours. I'll do it on a different night because that would just be too much. Oh, you're not RVing tonight either. Oh, you're doing a chat on the Archons. Okay, well, I'll be there. Yeah, you know, we got to start asking ourselves, are we actually sick or are we getting upgrades? And yes, in some cases we are sick, but in other cases we're getting upgrades. I have no, oh, by the way, the E-Link. John, did you get your E-Link yet? I want to report on the E-Link. It seems to be helping, but some of my stuff is offline, so I can't tell you some of the bigger picture of it. But if I don't have it on, I notice my stomach gets in knots sometimes. I have pains in my stomach. And when I'm wearing it, I don't seem to get those. And when I'm wearing my silver, I don't seem to get them. Whatever you're doing, think about the EMF smog and how you can reduce it. And you might feel a lot better and get better a lot quicker. Sorry to hear you're not feeling good, Pam. Oh, yeah, maybe I should try that. Oh, you have grandma. I need to get ready for, or grandbaby. Need to have grand. You know, I took care of my mom for a while. Wait, whoa, no, that would be the other way. Okay, grandbaby. Yes. She's 6. Yeah, there's a little bit of lag time. Well, that's okay. We understand that. It's good to hear that you're spending time with your grandbabies. Yeah, I got the Shungite sticker for my phone. I got an E-Link, and it's weird. The E-Link, have you got your E-Link yet? Because the E-Link just looks like a piece of opalite. They say it's the same stuff that protects your computer from getting confused with all the EMF signals running through it. So it shields your certain components in your computer. So they've actually had this information all the time that your computer will even get confused if it doesn't have proper EMF shielding, huh? From certain bits of it. So yeah, that's the whole thing with the E-Link. They're saying it's using the same stuff used to shield your certain components of your computer from electrosmog, from getting the wrong signal, because it would be confused otherwise. Well, what is it doing to us? You know, our bodies are electrical. That means they gotta know this. Jeez. So it puts out, it's supposed to be a radius of 6 feet. So if it's hanging in the middle of your chest, you're protected. It seems like I feel better with it. I don't know yet. I have noticed that one thing is that I was feeling like pains in my stomach again. I didn't have it on. I've been wearing it pretty much all the time. That or the Shungite. But I wasn't wearing either one or the Tesla. I'm always wearing one of them. But I wasn't wearing any of them today. And I started getting those pains in my stomach. So I went and put the pendant on, and the pains in my stomach stopped. So yeah. E-Link, it's a technology that I just explained. It's what I just said. The pendant looks like this. It just looks like a little piece of opalite, which I think is very pretty. It's just a pretty piece of opalite that they've done something to. So, and you can pick it up from Amazon. You can get one through Amazon. And you can get shungite. I'm going to be making some shungite jewelry, by the way, so you don't have to stick to just what Amazon has. I'm going to be working on some shungite jewelry. But you can also get a shungite pendant. Shungite's said to help with EMF. And it seems like that's true too. And then the Tesla purple plate is also. And then, of course, there's Q-Link, which is expensive, though. It's expensive. So E-Link is only about 35 bucks or so, whereas Q-Links are expensive. So, you know, and the shungite pendants are cheaper. I don't think they're quite as effective in the same way. Sometimes I try, yeah, I have, I'll try any of them. Yeah, I feel the difference when I have nothing and then when I have something. Yeah, there is absolutely a difference. When I find myself not wearing any of it, like I took a shower and I took everything off, and I wake up and I don't feel as good. I don't feel as rested. My stomach kind of hurts. And yeah, it's real obvious. My muscles get it kind of tightened, knots. If you have fibro, I really think this is part of the fibro thing. Well, thank you, Jim and well, I'm very pleased that I could be of help. And it's not that I know everything, but I research. You know, some things I do know just like from being around them so long. But there's other things that I really have to do research, and I have to check my memory because sometimes things slip my memory. Like I couldn't tell you right now why kyanite's important, but I know that it is. It does help with fibro, though, but you have to use it. If you get the stones and you don't use them, and they just sit there, well, they'll do some good in your environment. They will. They'll do some good right away. I mean, the minute I took the selenite out, look at the minute I took it out, I could feel it. So, whoa. Actually, before I even took it out, I said, I wonder if this is the package of selenite. Yeah, I opened it up, and sure enough, it was, because I could feel it. It was like, oh, it's a very cool. Oh, and you got pennies in your pockets, and it's helping your back pain. Oh, that's good. And yeah, we had copper. There's still copper in our wires, though, right? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to extract some of those copper wires and make jewelry with it. Bomber, you need some protection, and it isn't that expensive, really. You can get a shungite pendant real cheap off of Amazon, like 13 bucks. I found mine for right around $13. It's not much. Oh, you getting sleepy, Marie? Okay, loves. I'll see ya. Hugs. I'm glad you're fine. I'm glad things are going well. We'll talk. We'll chat. We'll chitty chat. Okay, sweetheart? I want to hear more about how things are going, and then I'll tell you some too. Yeah, I'm going to get some copper. out of some of these wires that I'm not using anymore. Yeah, we have to replace that. Yeah, it's on Amazon. You can get shungite medallion pretty cheap. You can get the E-Link's about 35. I'm not selling any of this. I could, probably. I wish I could find a way to sell it. I would be selling EMF stuff. I am a big believer in that. If I could find a way to get a little EMF shop, that would maybe be a nice thing. A little EMF shop set up somehow. I would definitely do that, be selling EMF stuff, because I think we need it. But, you know, it's hard to convince anybody. There are people here who are sick who would be feeling a lot better. They don't want to listen to it. They want to hear it. Okay, fine. Yeah, copper. I have some of that magnetic jewelry too, and some of the jewelry, the energy jewelry. I got to dig it up. It's in my collection of stuff stored away. Yeah, it kind of, and like I said, I'm going to be making my own. I'm kind of feeling creative, and I feel like I'm going to be making some of my own, and maybe for other people too. I think I'll probably be making some for other people too. Yeah, because honestly, yeah, it's like we got to wear armor now. They keep giving us stuff that hurts us. Unfortunately, that's the way. That's the way it is right now. When was the last time they gave us anything that really helped us? I mean, you know, that was really very, very helpful and didn't have a downside. You know, I don't know. Well, yeah, it oxidizes. Yeah, doing the oxidation for you. Yeah, shungite pyramids. That's the other thing. Shungite is really, but Jenna Bixie was saying shungite was really going to be good, especially if you're talking to people who now have been shot up, because they're going to have a different mentality, different kind of consciousness. And you're going to want to do some things to kind of shield yourself from some of the weirdness. Because, yeah, you know, I kind of dread having a conversation sometimes. I'd love to go out and talk to people and make some friends, but it's just, I just feel like I'm tap dancing on a landmine. Okay, love you, Bomber. Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't eat until late, way late. I never eat breakfast at breakfast time. Yeah, you check the weather and you dress accordingly. And now we're having to prepare, wear our EMF gear all the time. That's good. That's good. A shungite pendant, a shungite ball. That's good. Yeah, I'm making shungite water. Yeah, I'm just I'm not doing it for purification. I'm doing it just for the shungite energy, shungite infusion energy. Yeah, I bet you'll be lurking. Okay, let's talk about Bomber now. Behind her back. Hey, Lewis, how you doing? Happy Friday, Lewis. Lurkin. Hello, Mr. Lurkin. Louis Lurkin. Okay, you got to get ready for yours, yeah. I'll probably be wrapping it up pretty quick and I'll be over there. Let's all go visit Max. Latte. Double shot of espresso, please. See you, latte. Yeah, I'm going to go over to John's place for a while. Louis Lurking. There's a good handle. Louis, if you want to change your name to something besides Louis, so you could be Louis Lurking. Yeah, Max is the kitty. Yeah. John is the guy. The stream is named after Max, the kitty. At least his tail is in every single video. If his tail isn't in the video, it isn't a real Max video. Latte. Later. I used to say, instead of see you later, I used to say, seize your latte. Seize your latte. Give me that. Yeah, we'll go visit. We'll go talk to John. He's not RVing tonight, but we'll go talk to John. So I'll get ready to close this down. I love you all. Please know that I can't spend too much time with the Wi-Fi on, and that's the way my PC works. I will try to get in more on my phone, and I'll get on here when I can, when I feel like it's okay to do that. But I do miss sitting down at my PC in my easy chair and talking to you guys. I really do miss it. And hugs to all of you. And thank you so much for sticking with me through everything. I'll stick with you too. I'll be here. I'm not taking off. David says, I know you. You don't want to just leave the game. You want to win the game. You're not going to leave until you win. It's like, well, yeah, you do know me, don't you? Yeah. Good to see you too, Jim and I. We have to talk again really soon. Etri, I'm going to give you my number so we can talk too, girlfriend. Okay. I'm going to wrap it up. I love you guys. Remember, the truth is where you find it, and I hope you find some of it here. Yes, we're a family. It goes a lot deeper than blood. Okay. And this is Ocean making waves. Now, you go make some waves. And don't forget, you're divine. You're divine. Okay. See you later.